Hello everyone, my name is Hannah. Welcome to a new reading vlog. I'm really excited for this reading vlog because I'm really excited about the books that I'll be reading in this vlog. So I figured we could do a little TBR for this vlog. So let's talk about what I am currently reading. So in my last vlog, I started my reread of the fanfic Remain Nameless by HeyJude19. Fanfic is free. It should be free. It's on AO3 if you want to go read it. This physical copy was very kindly handmade and bound for me by my friend Mel. She gifted it to me so that I would be able to go through and annotate it, since it's one of my favorite Draco and Hermione fanfics. So I've got my little annotation key here, and I've been rereading it and annotating it. So I'm very grateful to Mel for making this for me so that I can have a physical copy of it, but don't buy fanfic. This was just a very kind gift from my friend Mel. So I'm currently reading that. I'm not very far in because I am physically reading it and am annotating it, which slows me down a little bit, and I can only read this one after my wee one goes to bed. So yeah, this will be like a very slow moving reread, but I'm loving it, and yeah, I'm having a good time starting that reread. And then I did also start already Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. This is a cozy fantasy. It says a novel of high fantasy and low stakes. Basically, it is this orc mercenary, Viv, who wants to leave the mercenary life and start a coffee shop in this little river town, and nobody really even knows what coffee is. So she's like opening up this cafe in this place where nobody even knows what coffee is. There's one guy that calls it bean water. But yeah, it's definitely a cozy read, and I'm quite in the mood for cozy fantasies at the moment. I'm on page 113, so I'm like maybe a third of the way through it already. It's a really short book. I think it's less than 300 pages. Yeah. But it's really cute and really like fun so far because of the like cafe aspect to it, but it's still like set in a fantasy world, so it is exactly high fantasy, low stakes, and it's just really doing it for me at the moment. I'm really liking the cozy fantasies. Speaking of cozy fantasies, I am going to be starting my reread of Apprentice to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer. This is the second book to the Assistant to the Villain, which I reread in my last reading vlog, and I'm gonna make like a recap video because the third book comes out in August, so I want to reread the second book before that happens and then make a recap video for this one as well. And yeah, I ended my reread, like I finished rereading Assistant to the Villain, and I was like, wow, I can't wait to dive right into this one. I'm so excited, and I'm gonna have a good time. It's again like a cozy fantasy, like fairy tale vibe, and it's got like a lot of humor to it, so I am really excited to reread this one. And then in my last vlog, I wanted to start my reread, lots of rereads happening. I wanted to start my reread of Lore Olympus. This is volume 1. I wanted to go back to the very beginning and reread them because honestly, I had so much fun reading volumes, I think 7 and 8 this year, 6, 7, and 8 maybe. I just had so much fun reading those, so I want to go back to the beginning and reread all of them in time for like the 9th volume to get released. I think they're all like, I think the story is complete on Webtoon, but I just like having the physical copy. I like all of the like colorful art in here. It's like a dramatic modern setting retelling of the Greek gods, like a Hades and Persephone retelling. So it's a really fun time, and the vibe I'm going for, if you can't tell already, is fun. Now, the last book on this little reading vlog TBR is one that fits the vibe of it's going to be a fun time and like a humorous time, and I'm so excited to pick this one up. It is Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinneman. I've seen several people picking this up lately, but the first person I saw pick it up was Katie from Katie is Reading, and she had a really good time with it. She, I think, recently read the second one and was like, it's just so much fun. and she said that the audiobook is amazing. So I picked up the physical book from my library and I bought the audiobook so that I can listen to hopefully what is going to be a really good audiobook because it just sounds good. Yeah, basically this one is like this guy Carl gets abducted by aliens and thrown into this intergalactic game show where he basically has to like fight for his life, and it's kind of like Dungeons and Dragons where like you're fighting these like big bosses and stuff, obviously Dungeon Crawler Carl, but it's set up like a game show. So he's like a contestant, an unwilling contestant on this intergalactic game show, and he has his cat with him, which I believe her name is Princess Donut, his ex-girlfriend's cat, Princess Donut. It says, the apocalypse will be televised. Welcome, Crawler. Welcome to the dungeon. Survival is optional. Keeping the viewers entertained is not. So it just seems like it's going to be a really fun time, and I've talked to Brandon about it. Like, I've told him like what the premise of the book is, and he's like, if you end up really liking that, maybe I will pick it up, because he's in his reader era now. He's currently listening to the Jeanette McCurdy memoir, so yeah, if I like this, he might read it, which is awesome. And I'm just happy that I'm using my library more. I've got Legends and Lattes and Dungeon Crawler Carl both from my library, which I think I'm in my library era at the moment because I'm trying not to buy as many books. One, because books are really, really expensive, and because I just want books on my shelf that are ones that I know for a fact I'm going to reread and like that, like my favorite books. So I don't want to just be buying books to read them once and then I'm done with them, you know? So I'm going to be using my library a lot more this year, which I'm really happy about. But yeah, honestly, that's quite the TBR, but I'm already like almost halfway in Legends and Lattes, and then I think I'm going to dive into Dungeon Crawler Carl right away after I finish that one because I'm really, really excited for this one. I think it's going to be a good time. And I've already placed holds on books 2 and 3 because I'm pretty sure I'm going to like it, and I want those to be like on deck, ready to go. So yeah, that is the reading plans for the moment. I just thought I'd quick pop in and talk about those. And yeah, I'm just gonna get right into reading and I'll see you in the next update. Alright, hello. I'm here for our first reading check-in, and I have great news. I've already finished a book. So I finished reading Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree, and I thought this was a really fun, like cute, cozy time. I really liked the coffee shop, like cafe aspect of it. It just, anytime that you have like a cafe, it just instantly screams cozy. And I liked the like low stakes of it. I think that was a good call, making a fantasy book with low stakes like this. I thought it was really cute. I am gonna give it like a 3.5 star rating. There were a couple times where it was just like the low stakes made it feel, I don't know. It's like that was the intent of the book, was to make it feel like a little bit more mundane. So you had to be here for like the story. I don't know if I just didn't feel like super connected to the characters or like what my issue with it was, because I did like the mundaneness of it all. Like I liked the low stakes of it all, but I don't know, something about it just made it harder for me to connect, I guess. But I still had a really fun time with it, and I thought it was very cute. And I do still want to read the other books in this series. There's a prequel called Bookshops and Bone Dust, I think. And then there's like a sequel coming out later this year called Brigands and Bread Knives? Brigands and something with a B. So I do want to read those. So I listened to the audio from Spotify. It was really short audio because the book itself is obviously very short. So I still have, I think, about 5 hours of listening time left on Spotify. So I think I'm going to listen to the prequel and listen to like those 5 hours until my time resets for the month, and then I'll finish it in July. Because yeah, who doesn't love free audiobooks? Speaking of free audiobooks, if you have Libby, obviously that's like the #1 go-to for free audiobooks through your library. You just need a library card, and you can add multiple library cards. You can have access like to more books, and like some library, like if you have multiple library cards, some libraries will have access to books sooner, or like listen to audiobooks sooner than other ones. My I had 2 on there at one point, and one of them unfortunately expired, and I don't live in that county anymore, so they won't let me get another library card there. So I only have the 1 library card right now on my Libby app, but I use that thing to its fullest potential. I also have Hoopla. If you don't have Hoopla, it's again through your library, but you don't have to like place holds on audiobooks. To me, I don't know if I don't know if Hoopla is all the same for everybody, but it's like more limited titles. Like there is still some popular titles, like my Hoopla has Sunrise on the Reaping audio, so I'm going to definitely use it for that. And you don't have to place a hold on it or wait, because if I tried to place a hold through my Libby app for Sunrise on the Reaping, it's like several months wait. Like I'd be like 200 and something in line. But for Hoopla, you can borrow it right away. You get it for 21 days, and there's no wait time, so that's pretty awesome. And then also, if you have Spotify Premium, you've got those 15 hours of audiobook listening time, and they have a pretty wide selection as well. It's just included in your membership, so technically it's not free, but if you already pay for Spotify Premium, you might as well take advantage of those listening hours. So there's my little spiel on audiobooks. And then I did also start Dungeon Crawler Carl, and I made it 134 pages into it, so I'm a decent chunk of the way into this one already, like not quite a third of the way, but almost. And it is exactly what I was expecting. It is so fun, so silly, goofy. It's just, yeah, a good time, just a rip-roaring good time. I think I kind of gave the premise of this one a little bit in my intro, but of what I've read, Carl is our main character, and the apocalypse happens. It says, not on here, but on the audio, like little thumbnail picture thing or whatever, it says the apocalypse will be televised. I thought that was pretty funny. So basically, the apocalypse happens, aliens take over the earth, and anybody inside is like vaporized and re-atomized to make this giant 18 level dungeon game show, and anybody outside, when the aliens invade, are given the option to either try to survive on their planet with like what limited resources are left, or they can enter into this game show and be a contestant on this intergalactic game show. So Carl is outside trying to get his ex-girlfriend's cat, Princess Donut, because she jumps out the window and actually ends up saving his life, basically, because he would have died if he was inside. And they end up entering into this game show dungeon together. So it's him and this cat, Princess Donut, and they basically have to try to survive once they are in the game. It's kind of like a Dungeons and Dragons style game and a video game like mixed together, and like his eyes are like the screen, and he can see like his stats and like his inventory of like what he has, like what weapons he has, what magic potions he has, and what his health level is, and all of that stuff. And he's got like things that can help him like regenerate. And same with Princess Donut, she has her own like stats and inventory and all of that, and like character traits and all of that stuff. And because they came in together, they're in a party together, and so then they're able to like communicate. So we actually get to hear Princess Donut like talk and communicate with Carl, which is really funny. And yeah, she's like kind of posh and prissy, and like he's an ex-Coast Guard guy. So yeah, it's basically them like going through these like crazy scenarios that are thrown at them for this game that will be televised to the galaxy, basically. And it's very funny, very humorous writing. I think if you like Andy Weir, if you like his writing, I feel like that kind of style of like snarky, sarcastic writing, that's what I feel like Matt Dinniman writes like. So if you like that kind of style, I think you'd really like this one. It's pretty funny. And I definitely agree that the audiobook is the way to go. The narrator is really good, and like there's like special effects and stuff because of the like game show aspect of it, and he does like different voices and stuff. So yeah, that is so far my initial thoughts on Dungeon Crawler Carl. Having fun with it, and I'm excited to see what's gonna happen and where this is gonna go from here. So those are the reading updates. I thought I would just check in since I finished one book and made it a decent bit into the other. So yeah, that's it for now. I will see you in the next update. Little bald head. Oh, hi! You're checking on us. Oh, he's a good girl. You're a good doggy. You're so sweet. Alright, hello. I did finish Dungeon Crawler Carl. I meant to do another check-in like 3/4 of the way through, but I wasn't able to. I did finish this, and I did really enjoy it. There was a moment, like probably about 70% in, where I was like, you know what? It's maybe trying a little too hard to be funny. There were some moments where like there would be like a joke or something, and I would just be like, okay. Like I was just kind of over it at that point. But then like in the next chapter something funny would happen, and I'd be like, okay, no, this is actually really funny. Like what what was I thinking before? So I don't know, I thought it was funny. I think it mixes a lot of elements of books I've read before, but it's still so unique. Like it still feels like its whole own story. I feel like if I was sitting in front of a cauldron to make this book, I would sprinkle in obviously Dungeons and Dragons, video game aspect. I would sprinkle in a little bit of the Maze Runner. Like the maze is kind of like the dungeon. Like the dungeon is basically like a giant maze. It's not necessarily a maze where they're trying to like figure out how to get out of the maze, but it's like a labyrinth basically. And then I would sprinkle in some of the Hunger Games, especially because it's a televised like fight to the death with unwilling participants. Not necessarily fight to the death, but like they're fighting for their lives, and it's televised, and you can get sponsors to give you like better loot. And yeah, there's like interviews where they have to be on the interviews to make the people that are watching like them. So that felt very much like the Hunger Games televised aspect of the Hunger Games. And yeah, the humor I would say is like similar to maybe like something Andy Weir would write, or like the Murderbot Diaries, even like Deadpool, that kind of humor. That's kind of what it felt like. There was one point where I was like, this is like a Deadpool humor. Like if you like Deadpool humor, I think you would like the humor in this. Not to say if you don't like Deadpool humor, you wouldn't like this, but I felt there were similarities to that. Oh, and like Saga, the graphic novel with like the aliens and stuff, if you sprinkle some of that in, mix it all up in that cauldron, here would be the book. But yeah, I really like Carl as a main character. I find him very enjoyable to read from. I like being like in his point of view and his perspective. And then I also really like Princess Donut, obviously. She is like like how you think it like a posh cat would act, that's Princess Donut. So yeah, I'm gonna end up giving this one 4 stars. I did really like it. And I will continue the series. I actually already placed a library hold for the next book, and I think that's in, so I can go to the library and pick that up, and then I have to get the audiobook because true to Katie's word, and Gabby from Gabby is Reading also said, or not Gabby is Reading, Katie is reading and Gabby reads, both said that the audiobook is phenomenal, and it is. It's a well done production of the audiobook. So I will be picking up the next one, because I'm just curious. I want to know what's going to happen to Carl and Princess Donut, and I want to know what the other levels of the dungeon are like. Yeah, I'm intrigued. Definitely worth picking up. A fun, silly, goofy time. There it is. That's the review. So now I am going to pick up Apprentice to the Villain, I think. I thought about picking up Bookshops and Bone Dust, but I'm just not in the mood for that anymore. Like I still want to read a cozy fantasy, but I just don't think I want that one necessarily. I don't know if I actually will pick that one up, because I did like Legends and Lattes, but did I like it enough to want to read the other books? Not at the moment. So I'm probably going to start this one so that I can take my notes on it to do the recap video, and so that I'm ready for when the 3rd book comes out early August, because I've got about a month left until it comes out. And then I might also start, I think it's called Carl's Doomsday Scenario is the 2nd book. Then I might start that one this week as well. So yeah, just wanted to update that I finished Dungeon Crawler Carl and it was a good time, and that I'm going to be moving into Apprentice to the Villain. Made some reading progress, and I went and picked some books up from the library, so I thought I would share that with you. So let's talk about the books I picked up from the library. So I did pick up Bookshops and Bone Dust. I placed the hold for this while I was reading Legends and Lattes and like enjoying it, and now that I've finished Legends and Lattes, I'm not really sure if I want to read this one. Not because I didn't like Legends and Lattes, I just don't know if I'm in the mood for this anymore. I did start the audio, and like I didn't even finish the prologue before I was like, yeah, I'm not right now. But I do have the hold for like 3 weeks, so, or four weeks. So I could pick it up at some point. I have the hold. Then I did get Carl's Doomsday Scenario, which is book 2 in the Dungeon Crawler Carl series. I don't know if it has a series name, but I do have it, so I can start this one when I am ready to. I think I'm gonna finish the 2 books that I'm currently reading, and then I'll try to pick this one up. And then the other hold that I had placed was Blood Over Bright Haven by M.L. Wong. This is the same author as The Sword of Kaigen, which I did enjoy. I gave that one 3 stars. It has like a little map on the inside, which is cool. And sprayed edges. But I did enjoy that one. I liked the first half of it far more than I liked the second half of it. But my friend Rachel said that she thought that I would really enjoy this one, that it's not like Sword of Kaigen, even though I did like Sword of Kaigen. She said it's nothing like that, but there are like aspects of it that she thinks I would really like, and so I placed the hold on that when she told me that she thought I would like it, and so that has come through. So I will probably pick this one up in July sometime. So those are the 3 library holds that I have. So now let's talk about my reading. So I did start Apprentice to the Villain. I'm about 75 pages into that one, and like right away from the prologue of this one I was like, God, I just really love this series. It's just so much fun. So I'm really glad that I picked up the reread of these books, and I'm really excited for the 3rd one to come out. But yeah, pretty much picks up like right where the last one left off. I think it's like a week after the ending of the first book, so it's, yeah, picked up right where it left off. And I am taking notes as I read so that I can do a recap for this one as well. So those 2 recap videos will be coming sometime in July. And then I started my reread of volume 1 of Lore Olympus. So I'm just over halfway through this one. It's a graphic novel, so it goes by really fast. So I should be able to finish this one today. And I think I'm going to pick up the 2nd volume of that one as well. And I might even do a recap video of the Lore Olympus series, because I personally find them helpful. Like when a new release comes out, if I haven't recently read them and it's not like fresh in my head, I kind of forget certain details or like what's going on with certain gods in this one. So yeah, I'm really excited to be doing all these recaps. But anyway, that is what I'm currently reading at the moment. And then, like I said, I'll probably pick up Carl's Doomsday Scenario after that, or volume 2 of Lore Olympus, probably both. And then I might still end up reading Bookshops and Bone Dust, but I'm not sure. But that's where we're at the moment. I just want to do a little check-in. So that's it for now. I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, hello everyone. I am here to close out this reading vlog now, so I wanted to update you on what I finished since our last check-in. So I finished my reread of Lore Olympus Volume 1. I think I was about halfway through in the last check-in, so I finished this one. I didn't get to start Volume 2 yet, but I do plan to start that one very soon. And I just love this graphic novel series. If you haven't read it yet, I know it's super popular, so chances are you have read it. But if you haven't read it, Hades and Persephone retelling. It's like a modern setting of the Greek gods, and it's very drama-filled, and the art style is amazing, and it's very funny and cute, and I just absolutely love it. So I'm giving this one 4 stars. I just really like this series, and I'm so excited to be rereading it, so very happy I picked that one up. And then I did also manage to finish my reread of Apprentice to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer. I'm not sure how you say her last name, but I did finish my reread of this, again giving it 4 stars. I really like this one. I like where the story is going. It still has all of the cute humor that the first one had, with like the fairy tale like kind of vibe to it, but it's like expanding the story a bit more, and you get some more insight into like the magic of the world and like the history of the world, and then of course you get some cute moments between the villain and Evie. So yeah, I'm happy that I finished this one in time for the 3rd book to come out. I believe it comes out August 5th, so I've still got like a month to go until the 3rd book comes out, but I did take notes on this one. I have a lot of notes, so I got to film my recap for this one. I did already film my recap for the first one, so those will be coming. If you read this series and you want to pick up the 3rd book but you didn't have time to reread them like I did, I got you covered. I got the recaps. I really love this one. I love this series. I'm having such a fun time with it, and I'm really excited for the 3rd one. So that is going to be it for this reading vlog. Let me know down in the comments if you've read any of the books that I've read in this vlog, or what your thoughts were on them, or what you're currently reading, what you're really excited for, what's your #1 book on your July TBR. Let me know down in the comments down below. Also, if you are looking for more content from me or a different way to connect other than just through YouTube comments, I did restart my Patreon. I have my like announcement video. It's like a 2-minute video on the benefits for that. I also have the benefits down in the description. But yeah, if you're looking for a way to further support me or a way to connect with me off of YouTube, then you can join me over on Patreon. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Yeah, some good stuff over there. So I'll leave that down in the description down below. And thank you to everyone who has already joined my Patreon. I'm really happy to have you there. And thank you again so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye!